Welcome back to the Chillin the Party podcast. I'm your host, Clarkson Rec, and today we are back with another episode of Party Invite with special guest, actor, AP performer, co-founder of Fey Wildin' Out, our friend, ABlackSparrow. Welcome to the pod today, sir.
Ooh, thank you for having me. Hello.
Confetti and fireworks everywhere.
Not too many. My dog will get scared.
little fireworks.
We'll just do sparklers in the corner.
Yeah. She'll be good with that.
All right.
But
that works.
Yeah, thank you for having me though. I am thrilled to be here. Honestly, I was like, I don't know what was on my calendar before, but it's clear day.
We like it.
Let's go.
I was like, we were going to go to the gym. I was like, nope, not today, sister. I will see you next week. Sorry. I'm here today.
We beat the gym. Let's go.
Yep. I was supposed to go back today after being away because I had rehearsals, and I was like, nah. When you sent me that calendar invite, I was like,
absolutely.
I'm not going to the gym.
Lock in.
Oh my God.
Not happening.
God,
Man.
Inside Baseball, I'm so fucking excited for this one. I really am. One of the funniest AP performers. When he did an interview with Classic Sam, and my face hurt. It was so funny. Genuinely, one of my favorite interviews she's done. I was like, I need him on the show.
Honestly, that warms my heart to hear. I think I'm okay.
Oh my God! Look, hold on. Where's the camera? Where's the camera?
No. See, this is what you did. This is what Clark didn't tell you. I do self-depreciation like I breathe. It just happens. You just gonna have to put up with it. And I will move on and be like, "What'd you say?" I'm like, "Huh? Did I say it?"
No.
Okay.
Yep.
No, not.
It just happens. It just happens. But I appreciate it. I am thrilled. Like I said, I am thrilled to be here. I cleared my calendar for this. There was no way I was going to miss it. So
Greatly appreciate it. But like I said before, I'm your main host, Clarkson Rec. I'm joined by my co-host Al, aka It's 2 a.m., aka Black Jesus, aka the Axeman, aka what was it? Curiosity George.
Oh my God! Education George.
Education George.
What?
Yeah,
of course. He's got all the fun
Nani?
Yeah.
He's got all the fun facts. He just does.
Okay.
Listen, it happens. People sometimes you're looking for words. I'm just like, oh yeah, boom. They're like, thank you for making me.
I did not ask. Can I cuss on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do it.
We might bleep them in like the first 5 minutes.
That's fair. That is fair. The reason that I ask is like I alluded to a bit ago. I'm in a show right now, and it is a show for theater, young actors. It's Peter Pan and Wendy, and so my experience in children's theater has created a switch in my brain where I will just, if I'm like cognizant of, hey, this is supposed to be like for like this is E for everyone or any of that kind of stuff, I will say all the hex and darns and the gosh darns you have ever heard.
Hex and darns. Oh,
but
no,
if you're just like, nah, it's good, I'm like, like
instantly, right?
I saved you a bleep there too. I didn't say it, so but
you're perfectly
still bleep it anyway.
Yeah, just do it and just do it because it's funny.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I was like, oh, let me double check because I don't want to like in the middle of it just be like, I didn't turn the switch on. And Clark's got 6 hours of editing.
Dang, 6 hours of editing.
I got it down to a science with Terry on our pod. We can't not. Like, I'm quick with the censor button.
Oh, I love it. I love to hear it.
I got pretty good with the crash cuts too. Like, where it just, I got to take a whole minute and a half because whenever he gets stirred up, it's the funniest shit ever. I just can't show it to anybody. It's in a vault.
Unfortunately,
it's in the vault for the memories because
it's in the Terry files.
It's the best time though. It's the best time. It honestly is the best time. So go ahead, by all means. By all means,
I appreciate
express yourself.
I still may not swear. I know that the switch can be turned off.
You have the option if you would like.
I appreciate it. Well, yeah, I will take that into consideration.
So, for the people who don't know, why
Uh-huh.
don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who ABlackSparrow is. Tell us about Feywild and Out. And I know what I want to ask you about because every time we talk, I ask you about it.
Yep.
But
Yeah, let them get there first. Okay,
I know.
Let them get there. You excited?
Yeah, look, I'm thrilled that he's excited. I I was like, people want to talk. If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to talk about it. But yes, if you don't know me, hi, hello, I am your favorite burb on the interweb, ABlackSparrow, or you can just call me Sparrow. Please don't call me Black. That's weird. Yes, Al, it has happened. I rated somebody like 6 months in, and they were like, "Oh, hi, Black," and I was like, you had 3 options. You could have called me you could have called me Sparrow, or you could call me Black, and you went with the middle one. And to their credit, they were like, "Oh, that was probably not the right choice."
Did you look at the camera though?
I mean, it was a raid. I was just like, okay, but I am, as stated, a TTRPG performer. I'm an actor, improv artist of some kind. I do puppets. I just try to make people laugh in general. I co-founded Feywild and Out with lovely people. I currently run it with most of those lovely people. So it's myself, it's Click Clack Snack, aka Serenity. It is Jade Valkyrie. And it is George W. Ambush. We are a Crit Award-winning TTRPG channel, and I was nominated as a finalist for Best Player in the D&D category, which was honestly, that was like, I remember getting the email being like, "You've been nominated," and I was like, "I won," and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, listen, I know I didn't win the award yet, but like." Getting nominated was the win.
Absolutely.
Really the recognition.
Like, right. Because it's like somebody was like, yeah, he's good enough to potentially win an award. I was like, that's good. I'll take it. That's what I wanted. I will take it. If I win the award, cool. But like, I've already won because now I can be like, listen, I was nominated for an award one time, you know?
That's me right there.
That's me right there. I was nominated. Like the Smitty worker, man, Jensen had it. So he was nominated.
He was Yes.
So yeah,
put that in the vault for sure.
That is me on a feather, if you will. I used to stream on Twitch. I probably will go back. I did variety gaming when I was on Twitch because the idea of like being pigeonholed is like healthy for the algorithm or whatever, but it just made me want to just lie underneath my desk and never turn my computer on again to be like, here's day 70 of me playing Destiny 2. Again, nothing against that game, but like
everything against that game.
So true.
Everything against that game.
I'm taking a neutral stance with Destiny 2 because it gave me some real funny memories, but also that game sometimes,
that game right now it's pretty bad.
Listen, this is what I have to say. This is my hot take about Destiny 2, and it has nothing to do with Destiny 2. I have so many friends that were like, "Yo, Sparrow, we getting back into Destiny. Get this DLC, get that DLC," and I'm like, "Cool, bet." And then I pull up the controller, and they're like, "Oh, bro, we moved on. It's all about Arc Raiders down." I'm like, motherfucker, it got me again. I got this 7 DLCs for nothing. I'm sitting there playing and getting my ass whooped online by motherfuckers with just all the time in the world.
The most ridiculous builds. Like you shoot them one time, all of a sudden they have full overshield. It doesn't matter. It's truly
just leap across the map as a Titan with the big hammer, just hit me upside the head, and I'm just like, well, at least I tried. Like,
that's Trials in a nutshell. That is Trials in a nutshell.
Oh, bro, I refused to do Trials. I was like, give me all the PvE stuff. I do not like PvP.
That's crazy.
Sense, but
that's crazy. That's how I was on Destiny also.
Mm-hmm.
What led me to stopping Destiny?
Okay.
PvP.
I was about to say, it's like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I was
too much
always
grinding, too much PvP. Like, I'll jump in the game.
Listen, not to get derogatory on your podcast immediately, but I am what they call employed. So I am employed, so I ain't got time to sit there and just build 8 builds for Titans that can just beat everybody in trials or none of that. Nah, son, I got enough time to have fun with this game, and that's it. But
ain't that the fucking truth?
That's it.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm not at home all day.
Yes, I just
building the best.
Listen, the sad part is I work from home, so I am home all day, but I ain't got time to sit here building all this. I got a dog to walk. I got a wife to like hang out with and watch bad reality television with, bro. Like I got stuff to do. I do
love some bad reality television.
She is all like in on the romance, like all the romance, like Love is Blind, like any of that. Married at First Sight, any of that, bro. Like listen.
Oh man,
I'll be for real. I'll be for real. She gets me
good.
She gets me hooked into it, especially Married at First Sight, because I'll be there being like, "Why did you marry her? You knew this is how she was, bro. Like I know you literally met her at first sight, but like she was like, listen, my family likes to eat, and you're just like." You just got to deal with it, bro. Like I don't want to tell you. Like they are going, like the daughter, like the daughter and like the cousin and stuff. All it's like here's some food, and they're just like, I just want to eat something that doesn't have cheese in it. Listen, too bad. You married this woman. You married this woman. You knew her family was all in on the cheese whiz. I don't know what to tell you.
All in on the cheese whiz.
We watched the DC one, and it was like Married at First Sight, like DC. It was like the DC season. Okay. And I remember watching it, and the one couple that I was actually rooting for, they went through the whole season and everything was fine. And then after the season ended, all this shit came out, and I was just like, oh God, they're the worst fucking people. How did this happen?
That's what I'm in it for. Watching people, people watching and stuff. Oh, there's a very fine line for me because sometimes like the secondhand embarrassment gets too much and I literally have to leave the room.
Yes,
but
I'm not alone.
No, not at all.
Oh my God.
At all.
There are moments where I'm just like, I can't, I gotta leave. This is bad for me. Anxiety. I'm going.
I don't want to turn off the TV.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything about stuff that I watched like recently because I don't want to be spoilery, but like there was a moment, my wife was watching Love is Blind. There was a moment where this dude, I was like, don't do this, fool. Like you just commit, my brother, just commit to something. And he was like, I don't know, I think I'm going to do this. And I was like, I gotta go because you're gonna mess your whole life up. You're gonna mess the whole season up for yourself. And I won't say whether he did or he didn't, but I was just like, nope.
I can't remember what season it was, but it was the one with like, I think it was like the South African dude, and I guess he like found out that he was like 5% black or something.
Stop.
And there was a moment during it where like he came out of the bedroom with a do-rag on, and this dude is like ginger and white, and I was just like, oh, that 5%'s really fucking 5%.
That look right there. That look.
Oh, and it got so much worse because he was a serial cheater too. So she saw his messages. His messages popped up from the Apple Message or whatever. Do you know how they send them to like your iPad and shit? And he was saying all manner of freaky shit and just caught red fucking handed. And it was the most cringy reveal ever because she's literally reading the messages and he just goes, I like that shit. I don't know. Like, it was
Lord help.
Oh God. It's too much reality in that TV. It's too much.
Too much reality. Well, I don't even think that's reality. That is a outstanding situation.
Because too many people on there go on there for not the sake of like, they'll say they're going on there to find love or because they want to push themselves or whatever.
They want to push themselves for sure.
Well, ain't no love.
Ain't no love in that, man.
Fair. but like stepping out of like the romance reality TV, like Naked and Afraid or stuff like that, they're like, I want to push myself or whatever. And I'm like, you want a book deal. You want to be able to go to colleges and talk about your experiences, which like ain't a bad hustle, not knocking it, but like the majority of the people that do that stuff, especially the romance though, like in my opinion, they are on there because they are like, being on TV for being in this show is lucrative beyond the television show.
Yep.
That's what Love Island is about. It's about being on the show for long enough to be able to sell leggings. Like that's literally what the entire point of the show.
To sell leggings, bro.
That's what they all do.
Oh my god!
Comedy,
leggings, gym memberships, all that.
I know because my wife buys them. Like,
oh my god, Lululemon. Here we go. Here we go.
Immediately after the show's over, they go on Call Her Daddy, and then they sell leggings. It's a thing.
Oh my god!
It's the Love Island pipeline until
crazy.
they do a reunion season.
And then they start beef for no reason. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Good job, producers. Good job. We see you. We see you out here. Dang.
So
he was right. He was right. One W.
Yep.
One W. Half a W. It's half of a W.
It's a V. I do the V. I'm about to throw a V in there.
So the thing I was
crazy.
alluding to in the beginning, I want to know all about Mass Effect Mirage.
Okay.
I need everyone to know about Mass Effect Mirage.
Well, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Truly.
How sweet.
Well, it's very complimentary, and it's like, so I mean, the first thing that I think you need to know is that it is Serenity's baby. That was their design. They came to us and were like, I really want to do a Mass Effect game, and I was like, as a TTRPG, I mean, I can see it, but like, what system? And so we immediately like. We were like, do we homebrew like 5e? Do we like pull like Scum and Villainy? Like, what are we gonna do it in? And I think she was fully prepared to flavor 5e, and I went and I was like, well, wait a minute. There is this website called n7.world that someone's already beat us to the punch on that, and it's just a service. It's just like you can go to n7.world right now, build yourself a character. And it's kind of like D&D Beyond a bit, where like you can like click your buttons and all that stuff, and it's got a roller on it. It's like a VTT almost, minus the actual like what you call it, like the actual like maps and such. So I'm trying to remember because it's been quite a while since Serenity came to us with the idea of Mass Effect Mirage, but. That was 1,000% her idea, and I very quickly said yes because I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. And then Jade Valkyrie was also interested, and from there it was really just putting out a casting call, which is how we try and always do our stuff. Is like, hey, we want to. If anyone in Feywild wants to play, great. We'll try and make that work. But beyond that, we want to make sure we get as many people of color in our games as possible. So we always say like, hey, you're encouraged to apply no matter who you are. Just know that like it's nothing personal. We're probably casting black and brown people. We're just gonna keep it 100.
Oh, for sure.
And that's where Daryl Dorsey and Mazzarell came in. And I've known Maz for a couple of years now. Met her officially at Gen Con 2023? 4? Time is fake. I don't know. I think it's 23. I think it was 23. Because I believe that was my first. And she's just extremely talented. Can't say enough nice things about Maz. Daryl, without spoiling anything, if you decide you want to go and watch it back, because it is on our YouTube channel. So if you search Feywild and Out on YouTube, you can find it. He tries so hard to get me to break, but he's also very like he's such a thinking person's player that it is always a joy to watch. the character that he comes up with and the backstory that he's come up with, and just how his character and my character interact. And then I'm playing a Krogan because I was like, normally I either play somebody who talks a lot, or I try to, I don't min-max per se, but I try to be like as effective as possible in when combat comes around. So I was like, let me try and play a character where for the most part I shut the fuck up. Like, because I get a little bit in my head about like having like good quips or good monologue. It's the actor in me. It's from that background for True, but like I was like, what if I just like come into this as like a character who's like, if they've got their thoughts and their traditions and such, but really they're like, he's gonna beat your ass. Him over there, him, the big Krogan dude, yeah. And I just go like, but it's because I am cursed. I have talked way more than I intended to already thus far this season. I tried to put an embargo and be like, I'm gonna say like less than 100 words this episode.
You gave yourself a word count.
And then Serenity's like, so work, what else you doing? And it's just like, dang, I don't know, bro. He's a Krogan. He just wants to fight. But it's been a fantastic time where we are I think by the time that this goes out, season 2 will have wrapped. Because we were meant to record the finale literally yesterday. So the day before this recording happened. Not when it goes out, but when it's happening. But life happens. You know, people get sick. Power goes out. Global warming happens. Yeah, some people get blizzards. Yeah. Some people get like, you know, forest fires, and you know, just stuff happens. So,
I know. We get tornadoes down here.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the skinny of it. But like I said, you can check it out on YouTube. It's typically in my Beacons page or whatever link aggregator that I'm utilizing. So if you can't find it, just find my social medias or find the Feywild.
All those will be in the links below. Don't worry about that.
You'll be able to see it if you're interested. So, that's the point.
God, because we met during one of the one-shots for Sam's channel for one of the level 20 chaoses.
Yes.
And I remember you telling me about it, and then immediately, as soon as I heard it, I was like, that is so genius. Because there's so many stories, there's so many possibilities with the Mass Effect universe, and there's so much baked in lore. It almost is like a D&D level of lore that goes along with all of the different races and all the different characters and the abilities that go with it. It just makes so much sense.
Yeah, and so like you mentioned, it's very, I mean, it's definitely one of the more mainstream games out there too. So it's very nice that like you can play this game where people are like, oh, I know what race that is. I know what race that is. I know like Krogans do this, Turians do that, you know, that kind of a thing. And to give you a little sneak peek, if you, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's set like I want to say 3,000 years after Shepard's, like the events of Mass Effect 3, we'll just say that. And it's canonically FemShep, I believe.
Okay.
Serenity's gonna listen back to this and be like, you got all this wrong. But it's
because then you also have to ask the question of like which Shepard, because there's good Shepard, then there's like bad Shepard, there's suicide mission Shepard.
Yeah, it is a if I recall correctly, it is a Paragon Garrus relationed
okay. Absolutely.
And so like it's also super fun to be able to just like every once in a while be like, let me throw this thing in there that is a connection to a, like, you know, like there's a lot of conversations about like, sorry, spoilers for a game that is over a decade old. Like this. Well, some people are going to be like, I was going to play that.
Legendary Edition.
Spoil it right now.
It's on Game Pass. The Legendary Edition has been on Game Pass since last year.
Yes, and I will say, I do know some people that like 2025 was like their introduction to Mass Effect. Like, so I will say, like, I say that a little bit tongue in cheek, but like literally some people are brand new to it. But so spoiler alert, there is a part towards the end of Mass Effect 2 where like Shepard has like a no-win situation and they have to destroy a mass relay, and it eliminates a lot of Batarians, like a lot. It's like almost like the G word level for some, you know, like I'm not gonna say it, but like what I mean.
It was bad.
It's real bad, and so like that. There's a direct consequence from that in-game situation in our game.
Oh shoot. Nice.
So like it's really fun and cool to be able to make these connections to things that happen, so people can go, oh, I did play through and got that. Now I'm seeing like a ramification happen from that in this game. That's so cool.
That's dope. That's actually pretty dope though.
Because it's got some of the best factions in an RPG period. Like the Krogans with the genophage, and then even like Cerberus with making the humans like innately, honestly, just human as shit, if you really think about it. Like Cerberus having this humans first approach, even though they were the last species to get to the Citadel, it just makes sense. You could really see it.
I'm a people. Only people.
We would go up there and absolutely act a fucking fool at the Citadel. It's undeniable. But like there's so much fun lore to play with, and like, God, I can't say enough good things about it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's really fucking
check it out.
good.
And if you haven't played Mass Effect, go play Mass Effect, whether or not you're interested in our game, because it's such like it's such a good story.
It is.
Like never,
honestly,
because like people get kind of torn up with, oh, like the second is the best and the third is terrible and the first is okay, and it's like, sure, but from a story standpoint, it's so good. It's so good. Like I tell people, like, play the second one first, because I think you will have the most fun with it, and if you're falling in love with the story, then go back and play one.
I say the opposite. I tell people to play one on the easiest setting possible.
Okay, that's fair too. That's definitely fair.
So that way you can really just immerse yourself in the story, because the gameplay for one wasn't as innovative and like as two. So like if the gameplay isn't your favorite, if you put it on easy, you can get through all of the fight scenes and get to the story. One is objectively short. You can finish it in like 8 hours.
Yeah, that's also fair too. Yeah.
So I would say like there's no harm in like blowing through one on easy, getting all, because one has a really like, because it all carries over into the next one. So like,
right.
Because if you go into two and you're just like, who's Archangel? And I'm just like, oh, you poor child.
Yep. You'll learn.
You'll learn.
Dang.
Okay.
But yeah.
I got a follow-on question.
Yeah, hit me.
Uh-oh.
So we both agree Mass Effect peak cinema, right? As far as RPGs go, which other ones would you put up there with Mass Effect as some of your favorites?
Oh, like role-playing games. BG3 is up there for me. I can't say enough nice things about that game and what it has done for the TTRPG community.
Yes.
Not to just like be a broken flipping record, because I'm sure like a ton of people have probably mentioned that. But I really like that. I just like that IP. It's just the obviously it's very, very popular for a reason. And I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Solasta. If you've never played Solasta,
yes.
I love.
Wow.
Even the stuff that was bad about Solasta was still good.
It was
you know what I mean?
It still was good.
It was still objectively good.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Like the only thing that I would potentially have to say that is like bad about Solasta is like the voice acting's a little cheesy, but it's still good.
But it's still
good. What else as far as like RPGs are concerned? Because I didn't play a lot of like I wasn't like really like a gamer kid, because like I didn't own a console until the N64.
Okay.
So I'm like I had a Game Boy, but I was like my grandparents bought me like a Game Boy and I had Super Mario Brothers, whatever one, is it 3? The 6 golden coins? Is it 2 or 3? I don't remember which one. Whichever one was the 6 golden coins on the Game Boy.
I can't remember.
Hold on.
Yeah, look.
Nah.
We have the tools.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have technology.
What is technology?
Yeah. But you don't have to go through the full list. We can go one for one. We can
Super Mario Land 2. It was Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins.
Okay.
Which, like, I was way too young to understand. So, like, I beat, like, the first 5 levels of it, like, repeatedly and made no further progress. But, like, you know, I was playing a lot of, like, sports games and stuff like that because I was just, like, when I did end up getting consoles. So,
of course.
But those are definitely the ones that I would put up there.
Good. Because I can't talk about, like, RPGs in general without going to, like, the JRPG side of it, because anybody who knows me, I can go in at nauseum about JRPGs. But just keeping it, like, on the American side, I would have to say Fallout New Vegas has to be, like, one of my favorite RPGs of all time.
Okay, that's totally fair. I was kind of like a prototypical Twitch viewer as a kid. Yeah, I knew a bunch of people who had games, and so they'd be like, "Do you want to come over and play?" I'm like, "I want to come over and watch you play." Blah blah blah, and they'd be like, "What? Yeah. That's weird." And I'm like,
"Okay,
but that's what I want to do." Like, my best friend at the time played what? I'm trying to remember the name of this game. There's a game it's a horror game. You play as this girl, and it has a sanity meter to it. And, like, depending on, like, how bad your sanity was, like, it would mess with you by, like, pretending to erase your save and stuff like that. Someone in the comments could probably.
That sounds like the early Resident Evil.
It's definitely not Resident Evil, but, like,
because I know Silent Hill also has a sanity meter. The early Silent Hills have a sanity meter.
Yeah, horror games are not my thing.
It's not my thing either, but, like, she was good enough at it that I was like,
yeah, I could watch somebody else play. Playing them myself, no. I don't sanity meter.
Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. That's what it's called.
Yep. Oh, that's a throwback.
Yep.
That's.
Because, like, I remember, like, her sanity meter was bad, and, like, all of a sudden the character just exploded, and we were just like, huh?
Wait a minute.
And then it was just like, she screamed, and then she was, like, back on the board, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't like horror, but that's cool.
That's nice. That's good.
I remember being in, I think, like, middle school. It was like the later years of middle school when the first Outlast came out.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
And having to, like, pass the controller back and forth. It was just like, I can't fucking play this anymore. Yep. Please take it.
Yep. I watched hella people play that game.
Panic attacks.
But I could not.
It had some of the worst jump scares.
Oh yeah.
Some of the worst.
Mm-hmm. That's, like, a legit fear of mine, is, like, being trapped in like that kind of a scenario.
Yeah, no thank you.
Like the weird insane asylum after hours. All the inmates escaped. It was
stuck in a haunted house. Gotta figure out what happened.
Now, if I was working the haunted house, that's cool. I don't want to be the victim.
Yeah. Being stuck there is nah. No thank you.
I mean, it's as long as you're the one who survives at the end of the day. I don't.
Yeah, but that's got to be a guarantee. I got to have that in writing, my G. Like,
for real.
I mean, in horror movies, they don't really kill black people too quickly anymore. I think we got past that.
Well, we got a brother to thank for that. Thank you, Mr. Peel. I appreciate you.
Mr. Peel. For real.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't want to be the first one. And matter of fact, I don't think I'm going at all. Yeah. I'm not going. Where are we going? Out to this barn and a field for what?
Come on, it's a speakeasy. You know, it's a speakeasy.
Listen, even in, like, the friend slop games, like Content Warning or Lethal Company, like, I would love to be able to play those games, but I would just be like, There's a what down that hallway? I'm going outside. See you. I'm out. See you. Nope. I'm not going further down that hallway. I do not care. They can inject me into space. I do not care.
I'm gonna get floated. I'm getting floated right now.
We need to get you on Phasmophobia.
Oh, sir, that is a
so
X takes the square. I own Phasmophobia because someone bought it for me and was like, "You'll have fun with this," and I was like, "I don't like horror games," and they were like, they said the phrase that everybody says, that it's the lie that everybody tells when they it's like, it's not that scary. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit.
Nah. What do you mean it's not that scary?
Why
would you recommend it to me if it's not that scary?
Mm-hmm. It's got Sims 2 graphics. It's not that bad.
Brother. Hey, brother, I do not care. I will not be discovered.
I gotta find a ghost? Why do I have to find it?
What do I want to find a ghost for?
Why?
They seem like a friend of mine was playing
me, but I can't see it.
Right. A friend of mine was playing once, and like the audacity, especially, like, I love y'all white people. The audacity y'all have, even in this scenario, like they'll be like, "Who are you? Fuck you. I hate you." And I'm like, it's a ghost that can kill you. Can you
ghost
relax?
Ghost adventures, all that. Yeah,
oh my God.
The mean spirits.
And then the radio will be like,
out.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. And I'd be like, nope, I'm going back in the van. I'm going back in the van. I'm going back in the van. They said they were going to kill me. That is a threat, brother. I will not do it. No.
We will go back up to the mountain.
No. That's
the
crazy.
Jabari tribe is leaving?
Yep, the Jabari tribe is leaving. So am I. I'm sorry. Like, I will be joining them in the morning. Sorry.
When the sun is out. Yes.
But listen, I will happily watch y'all play some Phasmophobia. Y'all got it.
They got it.
But
They got it. Not y'all.
What do you mean they got it? Okay. So they're willing to live through my scary stories when it comes to TTRPGs. But like, that's where the line is. And I think that I am objectively worse. I think I'm objectively
Look at me now. Look at me. Why do you think I don't want to play the games? Tell me why I don't want to play the games. Oh, because Clark put us through it. That's why.
Though, and maybe I'm putting my foot in my mouth for future Sparrow. I do not know, but like, I've got some friends that can tell some real chilling stories as far as TTRPGs are concerned, but I don't ever walk away from those feeling shook. And that's not a challenge.
Oh,
like, that's not a challenge. I'm saying, like, I will enjoy, like right now, I'm going to be very vague because I don't know if I can talk about it or not, but there's a game of Vestin that I'm playing, and like, the story is terrifying. Like, in terms of like what our characters are going through, but I never walk away from that, like, me, Sparrow, going, oh, that scared the shit out of me, bro.
Gotta sleep with the lights on.
I've never, like, okay, so mini Sparrow lore unlocked with saying that particular statement. I'll be as gentle as I can as I say this. Let's just say that my childhood was not the best. I had a certain person in my family that thought it was a good idea to force me to watch Child's Play when I was very, very young.
Yeah.
And Hellraiser when I was very, very young.
Hellraiser's
a little too young to understand that, like, that's a movie and not like a real thing, or
not
like
reality.
Candyman.
Oh,
you know,
man.
so like
Candyman got me.
Candyman got all of us. Okay.
So like, I just have an aversion to like horror in general, and I've gotten better to the point where now I can experience horror elements in limited environments. Like, I forced myself to see Sinners. I was like, I know this is gonna be scary to me, but I'm gonna push myself through it. But like, and if you're watching this interview and saying Sinners wasn't that scary, I agree with you, but it is the horror trauma in me that I was like,
yep. It's a predisposition.
Okay. Okay. Please just woman, why would you turn your back on the man whose eyes are glowing? Why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Oh man.
Because it's one of those things, because like I'm a big horror fan. Mm-hmm. Like my mom was a big horror fan. Mm-hmm. So like
don't bring her into this. She always denies it. She denies all of it.
We were watching Friday 13. Maybe a little bit too early for me, but like I guess mine was the opposite, because like I just really enjoyed the predictable storytelling of it. Mm-hmm. So like I would always be excited at the idea that a horror movie was going to surprise me. Like even from like a young age, I was always excited to see what the monster was. Cause like that's a big part of like horror in general, is like not showing the monster until it's time to reveal the monster. And that was always just like, oh, I wonder what it looks like. Even if it was terrifying. Like there's some movies that still get to me as an adult, where I'm just like, okay, that's a little much. Like Evil Dead, like 2014? The remake that they did, that was a lot by anyone in general standards. There's hardcore horror fans who are just like walked away from that one kind of chilled a little bit. Or like another one is Talk to Me. That one, adult me watched that, and there was a couple parts where it legitimately shook me, because I was like, that one's willing to go to some places that I didn't think it was willing to go to. So if you're hardcore like horror fan, I would recommend those. But like if you're squeamish, avoid at all costs.
Yep. Fair.
But all that to say, like, when it comes to horror and TTRPGs, it's really hard to do, because whenever people make their D&D characters, in the back of their heads, they're preparing for a fight. So,
yeah, that's definitely fair. That's
not psychological warfare.
The thing that I've figured out is how to disarm people from wanting to fight.
And he will disarm you.
Yeah, I believe it. I've heard tales. I'll just say that.
Ask Sam how she feels about mushrooms, okay? Ask her how she feels about mushrooms, because, oh man.
Yeah, but I don't think, it's one of those things where like walking away from it, like I don't think it's
not
for me. It's more about the entertainment aspect of the story and like the uncomfortability of like. Because that's what horror is. It's like, in its essence, is like the uncomfortability of sitting with the scary thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And like, for TTRPGs and even video games, it's one of those things of like how long they can make you stay with it before A, it overstays its welcome and it becomes too much, or B, until it no longer becomes scary. Like if you keep showing me like Resident Evil, Experiment X keeps busting through the wall every 10 minutes, it just becomes annoying. Like it's like, oh, okay. Like there's the giant monster thing. Yeah. It's more of like, it's a thing now.
And I'll say for me too, I think it is because like there's a significant level of control over a TTRPG character that you don't typically have in any other media. Like, even in like let's just use this as an example. It's like a horror game, kinda. Dead by Daylight. Like it is meant to be a horror game in the sense that like you are trying to survive a slasher, but like. There's like a level of control that you have over a TTRPG, or in some cases lack of, depending on like what system you're playing in, that just makes it. For me in my brain, there's a disconnect that like it de-triggers the triggers, if you will. It doesn't trip those triggers that it would, that anything else normally would.
It's an extension of a personality. Like
it doesn't set off the fight or flight response. because
it's not you.
It does, but it doesn't. So like it does in the sense of like I can control that flight, freeze response because it is a character that I am like in control of. I'll put all the air quotes around. But me myself, I am not experiencing those.
Right.
So like,
it's
when
their
people
reaction, not yours.
Exactly. So like, when I have to fill out like a sheet for like session zeros and whatever, I'm usually pretty just like just keep away from the stuff that like wouldn't be fun to talk about, like the G word
100%,
or like like keep away from that stuff. But like, there's not much that like. I don't know. I was like, I don't really want to see someone have trigger warning, like violence done to their eyes. Mm-hmm. But like, if you did do that, it's kind of like, okay, well, I didn't trigger me, but I kind of hated it. You know?
I'm pretty good about avoiding stuff like that because there's a thin line between like making things scary and then over explaining for like theatrics. And I think I skirt the line pretty well, but every now and then like I kind of go back because I also edit him and I'll go back and I'll just be like, maybe I didn't have to describe what it sounded like when the spores infected him and he couldn't breathe very well. Like maybe I overdid it a little bit. But then like that's also something that if you've ever played like The Last of Us or like a Silent Hill game, you'll hear. So, or like Dead Space. Like I'm pretty good. Like my inspirations are on my sleeve. Like you can see them if you look for them.
Yeah, and sometimes too, like not to belabor the point, but like it can also be like what you don't show or what you don't describe.
100%.
That can also put a lot of that in there. So
100%. That's the gray area. That's the best to like
not to
play around with.
Not to tip my own hand, if you will, but like I'm typically not like a GM. I don't typically GM games and what have you. But like if you catch me GMing a game, pay attention to what I do and don't mention because they are equally important.
Whoa.
Because I'll tell you if you don't notice something. But I just won't tell you what it is, and that's the part that'll fuck with you even more. Exactly. Because the same one shot they were talking about when they were talking about like the mold spores is that I described like because it was kind of like Dead Space style horror story. They were trying to go to a ship that had been abandoned that gathered a sample that belonged to like kind of like a carcass of a dead god that's out in astral space. So they kind of like bored into the dead god, pulled a sample, and then they were going to use those. They were using those to kind of like make weapons. So their mission was to go onto this ship that crashed in like this asteroid belt and get that sample and bring it back.
Yeah.
But what they didn't know is that that sample cracked open and all these spores grew around the ship and it had this whole hive mind type thing going on. And it was really fun to have
take off
them.
Your helmet?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me this?
Because like, so they turned on life support for the ship, right? And I described that the air conditioning started blowing, and then nobody asked any further questions. And I was because the air bubble ring spell only has a certain amount of time. So like with the air bubble only having a certain amount of time, I'm just like, hey, do you conserve oxygen? Do you drop the helmet? And they were just like, some of them were like, yes. And then other ones caught my tone and they were like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I'll remind you of the timer. You have this amount of time left.
Force my hand, why don't you?
And then they kind of like failed to check to notice like the spores started blowing in the air. So I was like, as far as you guys know, the air conditioning just kicked on.
That phrase right there, as far as you know.
As far as you know.
That's the thing I struggle with is like I struggle sometimes when I am smarter than my character is I have to go because like my knee-jerk response is to be like, what do you mean by that, Clark?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean by that, Clark?
What do
but then
you
I have to
mean?
go, I'm playing a himbo, so like my No, dude, that sounds great. Air conditioning, bro. Let's go. Like,
just go stick your face in front of the vent for
Oh my gosh.
right.
See, but that also right there, I think that's a big part that helps you to separate, like what you said. It's like, okay, this will be my reaction, but my character's reaction to this would be boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So it definitely.
Also, who doesn't love a good hive mind? Like, who doesn't love like the voices in the back of your head, the tingling in the back of your spine? Like, you can't tell if you're hearing something or if everyone's hearing something. Like,
y'all hear that? What are you talking about?
Comedy.
Oh man,
it's the best. It really is, because then you get to do little creepy voices. Yeah,
Mark loves it. He loves horror. If you didn't know.
I could tell. I could tell. He is giddy AF right now.
I am a horror.
Not at all where I thought this conversation was going to go, and he is having the time of his life.
What did I do?
I ain't mad at it. I'm just like, he is having the time of his life right now.
I don't want to say I'm a specialist, but I will say that if there was a skill tree, it would be maxed
have a certain
out
set of skills
in like horror and villainy. I love a good fucking villain. I love a good horror story. Like, those two pillars have gotten me places, but that's about. Well,
absolutely fair.
I also have a flair for theatrics when it comes to like destroying a city. I've destroyed a couple.
Oh, all right. You had me until the city part. I was like, the flair for the theatrics. I was like, yes, I'm here for it. Oh,
theatrics.
Yeah,
for destroying the city. Wait a minute.
Well, I mean, realistically, it was like a small town and a city, but like. The casualties, very minimal casualties.
Hi.
I was about to say, like, you have to elaborate on that, Clark, because you can say, minimal casualties. It was only, it was only 100,000 people. He has no problems.
He has more bodies in the campaign than I do as the DM, and he's a player.
I don't want to hear it.
So. The instance that I'm talking about was from like the season finale of our last campaign, because they were in this kind of like underground city on like the face of this planet that had like pretty much like 3 suns on it. So like the surface was unlivable, but underneath the surface they had like a whole cyberpunk like city where they had screens all over the ceiling that kind of projected to look like the sky, and then naturally all of the nocturnal creatures kind of like rose to power in the city, you know, like your vampires and such. And after the big boss fight, they kind of overloaded the grid in some way, shape, and form, and then that kind of caused these explosions in the ceiling panels, and then these giant ceiling panels started to fall onto the city, exposing sunlight into the city, so that all the nocturnal creatures were all fucking and then like ship flew down into that place, grabbed him, and then swooped him out. So minimal casualties.
Before that, I performed a ritual. You know, I needed things, so I got
100 people at once. He sacrificed 100 people. We rolled a D100 as a joke. To see like, how many people are on that base that you guys raided. And I was like, you know what? Whatever you get on this D100, I'll double it just for shits and giggles.
Oh my gosh.
He was not doubling that. He
rolled on a D100, a 100. And I was like, well, we're not doubling that.
Yeah, that will do it though, brother.
It's my fault. It's my fault completely. If the option is 1 in 100, but it's still there.
Hey, sometimes Dice Christ likes to help out. You know, I'm just saying.
Christ. I don't think that was
Dice Christ. Gorgeous. I love it.
we leave it like that. It's a good time. I'm trying to do things.
Sounds like it.
It's character development.
Develop character something, that's for sure.
I have a goal. I have a goal, and I am trying to complete the goal. That's it. I'm just saying.
So, you being a TTRPG performer, what were some of your favorite tables that you've been a part of?
Let's see. There's one technically I can't talk about yet.
Okay. Super secret.
It's I've literally signed an NDA, so I can't.
Oh shit.
It's real.
That's one. The majority of them are going to be Feywild and out stuff, but like our Triangle Agency game, I really wish we could have ended that Triangle Agency game proper, but
that's the control system, right?
No,
I think it's like loosely based off of like
it
control.
might be based off of that, but yeah, it's got its own like proprietary setup. I can't say enough nice things about Triangle Agency 2. I would if you have never heard of it, look into it by Haunted Table, because that is like the kind of horror that like hits me in a really sweet spot, because it's got like elements of comedy and stuff to it, so there's like that tension break. If you haven't heard of it, it's kind of like Paranormal Activity meets The Office.
Yeah,
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So like, there's a lot of like it's like a lot. It's the genre that it has pioneered. It's literally corporate horror. But I mean, shout outs to the Initiative Order and Modifius Entertainment. They put me on a Dune TTRPG, which like I will always.
That's good.
I will always tell the funny story about how my darling friend April Hill, who was an amazing person, was like, "Hey, Sparrow, do you want to GM Dune?" And I was like, "No, I don't even know. All I know about Dune is spice must flow. That's it. Like, no, you do not want me GMing your Dune game, sister. Like, find somebody who likes Dune. Not that I don't like it, but I was like, I know nothing about it, and I can do research. Like, obviously, like that's not the point. The point was I was like, find somebody who is passionate about this to DM this, and I will play the hell out of it, because I like did enough research to be like a minor lord in this game, and I was like, all right, well, I know enough about the Atreides family, and I know enough about like the Bene Gesserit now, and like did all that research, and I had a blast with that. For somebody who's like never touched it, loved that. I also loved Apochromatic Unlimited had me do their Black History Month game last year, which was a Batman TTRPG, and I know more about Batman than I would do about Dune, but the gap ain't big. So like, but I had a great time with that as well. So those are definitely honorable mentions.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even know that there was a Batman TTRPG.
There is, and it's pretty dope, because it's got setups that if you want to be like just like a unpowered human, like a Batman, if you will, or a Robin or a Nightwing or what have you, or if you want to be like, like you caught a little bit of a bad break at this chemical plant, and now you can like do this, that, and the other thing, and you can run that full gamut. And it was really fun, because it was like basically set up like, what if Batman was in Africa? And so like the Joker was themed to be like the Jackal, and so like Javante did a fantastic job like basically like Africanizing all of these like characters.
Oh, that sounds so sick. Sounds so sick.
I'm pretty sure that I would be surprised if it isn't on YouTube or someplace to go back and watch, but it was a joy. It was a joy.
So for anybody that would be interested in becoming pretty much a player in other people's things, like what was your route to actually do that? Was that just like connections that you already had through like just playing TTRPGs, or was it connections that you had through like theater, or?
It was neither, actually. I got extremely lucky. So I'll give you like the bullet points of the luck and how that path went, and if you have questions about it, feel free. So first I got lucky enough to be just in a casual game with who I can only describe as the worst possible GM of all time. Like, at least for me, I should say, because they were just I'm not gonna like here to talk this person super hard, but it was just like they were really just there to punish their players.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't about having fun. It wasn't about the story. It wasn't about the combat. It was like it was like asking somebody to play TTRPGs and then you hand them like Dark Souls and go, have fun.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, I don't know how to do this. And there's another fight, and there's another fight, and there's another fight. And okay, well, we try to break the tension with like some laughter and a joke. And they're like, no, enough of that. Now back to the action. And it's like, oh, okay. All right, then. So I was like, if this is what D&D is, fuck it. I do not need this. And so I was like, I will never play D&D again. And then a person that I knew from Twitch was like, hey, do you, like, you know, this is like close to the pandemic time. Do you want to play? And I was like, no. Like they didn't even finish the sentence. I was like, no, not interested. And they talked me into it. And I ended up joining this group called Fateful Encounters. And I had a great time doing that. Now, stuff behind the scenes happened with Fateful Encounters. I won't get into it, but like we split off, and that's how Feywild and Out was born. Is like the majority of the cast from Fateful Encounters just split and became Feywild and Out. And so I got extremely lucky in that regard, because like I was gonna just be done. Like we would not be having this conversation on Twitch, and that was it. But I got lucky enough that people were persistent and wanted me to stick around. And so it was really from that point, from once we started Feywild and Out, it was kind of just like oh, hey, I've seen you on this thing. Do you want to come? Or I met a ton of people at Gen Con. And so people would be like, hey, like, do you want to be in this game with me? Yeah, sure. And that just like the snowball just got bigger and bigger from there, to the point where now I have to like every once in a while look at Discord and go, who are you? How do I know you? Why are you asking me to be in this game? There's all white people in this game. Please don't ask me to be in this game.
Oh no.
It is definitely really interesting. Like whenever you're joining somebody's table off of like kind of like a cold invite. Well, not like a cold invite, but kind of just like a friend of a friend is like, hey, a friend of mine has an open spot. Would you like to do this? Or even when we both did Classic Sam's like level 20 Chaos, because I hadn't been a player in legitimate years.
Yeah.
It's because I was always the forever DM. Like I've been a player, I can count it on one hand.
Yeah.
I've been a player 5 times, including that one shot.
Dang.
Like it's just not something I get to do that often.
Dang, brother.
Yeah, I got tricked into it super early.
I get it, because they tried to get me too, and I slipped out. I said, look over there. Just right.
Well, mine was like it was a similar story of like I tried playing D&D like a long time ago. I think it was like my early 20s. Somebody tried to get me to play, and it was like after a house party when everybody was just like kind of like sitting around, and they were like, oh, we should get out the dice and like play D&D. And I was like, outside of like Critical Role, and it's Critical Role at that point by like name only.
Yeah,
that's like my only reference of like just really popular shit. I was just like, I don't really know what that is, but like I like regular RPGs, so you just kind of put a T in front of it, and I guess like we're rolling.
Yeah.
And it was just a really weird setting of like this person was very into the rules, and then they just assumed that I knew them, and I'm just like, because like I kept asking to do things, and instead of like doing the thing you normally do with a new player, where you're just like, well, you can't do that exactly, but like we have to flavor it in this way, and try to like encourage them to think more like in the D&D system and not in like the regular kind of like theatrical like video game sense. It was more of like no, you can't do that, you gotta do something else. And I'm like, didn't offer any alternatives or anything like that. And like,
figure it out.
To his defense, he probably really did mean well, and I'm pretty sure he's used to playing with more experienced players. But like, this is my first time at a table, so I just walked away from it, and I was just like, yeah, nah, that's not for me. That's not for me at all. And then a few years later, I got invited again from some guys after work, and they were like, hey, we're gonna like get pizza and hang out and play D&D. And I was like, well, I like pizza and hanging out, but like I tried D&D before and I really didn't fucking like it. And it was like a group of mostly black people too. So they were like, well, you played at a different table, this is our table. And from then on, like I think we played for like 5 hours straight. And then, like, my wife had to come pick me up because I was completely fucking hammered. And, like, ever since then, I just had the bug, man. I was like, this is just great.
Definitely is. It's one of those things. My startup was on deployment. We were on deployment, and we didn't have any access to electronics. They're like, you guys want to play some D&D? We're just like, I guess so. And it turned out to be absolutely ridiculous, but it was a good time. So then I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. It's not as stigmatized as it used to be. Also, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, just give it a try. If you like it, cool. If you don't, that's also cool. But I ended up liking it. And it's just like you said, if you can play RPG, you can play D&D. Like, that's just that. And if you don't want to play that, you need to develop yourself more. So, for real, you gotta step outside your box sometimes.
That part.
Yeah.
That's
also, like, the collaborative storytelling aspect of it, and like you were saying, where he just wanted to go like combat. Like, it's so much more than that. It really is. It's the collaborative storytelling. It's the improvisation. It's the like the yes and of it all. Is like, that's the fun part.
1,000%. Yep. And that for me is really what I think what sparked it for me, because like the combat is fun, but I'm an equity actor, so like that's my thing is acting. And I live in a state where there's only a couple of like theaters that could feasibly hire me, because like not to this is like a flex sort of, but like I'm not trying to be like that. As an equity actor, like companies have to pay me. Like I literally cannot act for free, like unless it's like a very specific circumstance. And so that basically means that like there's going to be scenarios and situations where I will go a long time without getting to do a show. And this fills in that niche so nicely. I can just be like, every Monday I get to act out a story with my friends. Bet. Easiest guest of my life. Like,
absolutely.
So we've been talking about all D&D and all this stuff, and I have to ask for myself, what is your favorite character that you've made? Because I gotta know. I gotta know. It's
I think there's a favorite character for me, and then there's a favorite character for everybody else.
I want to hear both.
I think right now everyone's favorite character is probably going to be Work, which is my Krogan from Mass Effect Mirage. Because I have a voice changer. I don't have it set up or anything for purposes of this podcast, but like I have a voice changer. So like if you've ever played Mass Effect, they have those like deeper, like growly, like almost draconic voices. And I got it set up like so perfect, so it sounds like a Krogan. But like he's like if you took Rex and you took the Krogan from Mass Effect Andromeda, who's kind of just like, I'm too tired, I'm too old for this shit. Like, just put those two together, and he's like that. And then my favorite, who I desperately need to get back to, but it's like I would have to transpose her into something other than 5e, I think, is a character named Hashladoon Harley Hedonist. are her initials Triple H? Yes. Was that done on purpose? Yes. Yes, it
absolutely.
Oh, that's sick.
And she, I developed her when I was doing this show by Winston Antishona and John Connie called The Island. And it's about this has not much really to do with that show, other than I was being able to develop like an African dialect for that show. So I was like, what better way to maintain it than to have a character that speaks like that? So she's a black human warlock who is like the thickest bitch you've ever seen. Like she is just obscenely thick. And she talks like this, and she takes no shit, and she makes all sorts of sexual innuendos to make you uncomfortable. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad.
Gotta love it.
And I was like, I'm just gonna throw the Triple H reference in there because I want to.
It's so, if you see it, you see it.
Yeah. So I that's my personal favorite. I think a lot of people would probably also say that she's the favorite, but I think she hasn't been seen since it's been years at this point, like since I played that character last. So I think that's probably going to be really a cut for people who've known me for a bit. But anybody that's newer to me is probably going to say work, because that's going to be like the biggest constant, you know. Honorable mention goes to this character I played named Iconique Dispel, which is a tarantula hawk, if you're familiar with that. They are these it's sort of a wasp, but they eat tarantulas almost basically for the purpose of like their young. So they're like very docile. They do all like basically just take in like honey and nectar and stuff, like that's their thing. But when it comes time for them to like reproduce, they go find a tarantula and they eat part of it and implant their baby, and then the baby literally hollows out the tarantula.
But I'm the scary guy.
Yeah.
But I'm the scary.
That's just nature.
Yeah.
That's nature.
And so she's an assassin in this world that Dennis OKSDM created called Grimm, where everybody is either like a bug or a small like rodent or like invertebrate, and it's in an old Victorian bookstore.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes. Perfect. So
that's sick.
I like that.
She's also bitchy, but she doesn't have an accent. Darling, didn't you know I was gonna fucking kill you? Like, just.
Oh man, that is. I like that. That's a good, good little prompt there. I
don't have enough characters to pull from. I think I've only played like 3.
Oh,
do you? So I'll ask you this: are y'all fans of recycling characters, or do you try to make up somebody new for every situation that you're in? You know, because like I will say this: I'm a person who has not played a lot of like long-term campaigns. So I think that lends to me having so many characters, because it's like, here's a one shot here, here's a 3 series there, here's a 2 season thing here. So like right now, like work is probably going to surpass, if we do another season of Mass Effect Mirage, which we probably will, work is absolutely going to surpass my longest character. So I would love to have like a character that like is a long lasting one, but like, do y'all recycle them or?
I don't recycle, but I will, like, if I get a new book, I will make a character just to kind of like mess around with the book to see how the new feats and the new subclasses kind of work into the things that I already like. Because that was what I used.
You gonna make a paladin?
You know I'm gonna make a paladin.
He gonna make a paladin.
You know I'm gonna make a paladin. You know, if you give me enough levels, it's gonna be a bard paladin. It's gonna be a bard paladin, and it's gonna hit really hard and get hit really hard. But like, because that's the one I played for the one shot we were in, and I was like, because you saw like I got taken out in like one hit, and then came back, and then took out an entire like boss in one hit.
Yeah.
It's really a killer be killed build. It's a glass cannon.
I was like, all right, not fucking with Clark. Okay, see ya.
That's it.
Oh my, because you have to see it from my perspective. I was so excited to be a player again, and then the first combat, I get taken out, and I'm just like,
and you were just
fuck.
like, this ain't it.
You gotta put that sound into your right now, bro.
And then we were blowing through combat so fast because everybody was level 20. I was like, I didn't even get to do anything.
Dang. Nah, I think I like to make new characters, and I like to make new characters because I like to mix up classes. Like, that's my thing. I rarely am a just one class straight through. So it's like multi-class for sure. So I have to develop a personality to go with these classes I'm picking. Like, okay, what is this kind of character? What would they be like?
Yeah.
I like making new ones, but do keep the old ones just on standby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The ones I don't use, sometimes they end up being NPCs in my campaigns. I just reflavor them, or sometimes villains.
He uses them. He definitely.
I do. I do use. If there's one like character it showed up in 2 different campaigns, not even on purpose. I just really like the idea of having an Echo Knight. It's just
I played
so
an Echo Knight
cool.
once. It was for our Spelljammer game.
It's so cool. It's so cool, especially if you get enough levels underneath it. So then like your Echo Knight gets like its own autonomy too, and it can go distances without you. It's just so
we
cool.
were just shy of that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I was having such a blast being like, and I was like, I also love the challenge of like trying to break the build, not in like a min-maxy kind of way, but like I will be the kind of player that's like, all right, this is what it says it can do. So feasibly, like, could my Echo Knight grab this rope, and then I grab my friend, and then I switch places with my Echo, so now I'm on the rope and I've thus rescued this person. Like, it's not necessarily flavor. It's like it's kind of more flavored for combat, but it's like those are the kind of like practical.
It's got
like,
a lot of utility.
Yeah, like I try to find the utility in places that there aren't any. Like, I'll be like, okay, I know it says this, but like, can I like, you know?
I've used it to survive really far falls. They kicked my character off of a railway train, and I used because they were so high up. I had enough time to like snap Echo Knight onto like nearby building on the way down, and then fall for a little bit more to think I was dead, and then switch before I hit the ground. It's just so crazy. Cool.
Just hearing Clark talk, like, I'm like, he's in my head and I'm in his, because this is the kind of shit I think of. Is I would be like, I'm gonna fall just far enough so that these motherfuckers don't think I'm alive no more. So when I show back up and I stab them,
or
that's what I'm saying.
Or show back up and shoot a character.
Thought I was gone.
Because you can like, if you go past like level 16, you can literally send them like miles away.
Yeah. We did not get that far out, but
so there's instances like if you have like a level 20 Echo Knight, like I could send him on the adventure without me.
Yeah.
And you never know.
Exactly.
So, like,
you're just like,
the party gets taken out.
And you're just like, what happened?
Like, he takes one hit, he disappears, and I just show up literal hours later, like, oh, what's up?
Yeah, what happened? I don't know what happened.
Now, I think I really want to do a Mimic Night.
That'd be sick. I've seen some interesting things.
That's what I'm saying, and it's just like, oh man, it just there's a lot about that it's like, yeah, I could do this.
Because like Blood Hunter is also cool, but like I feel like that takes some like 4D chess to do, because you have to like set up shit in advance.
That's fair.
And,
yeah.
And like set your curses. Like it's like the whole first round of combat. You're on some like Yu-Gi-Oh shit. Like trap card.
Face down and in my turn.
It's like I never hit you anytime during this encounter, but like, oh, wait till next turn rolls around. I'm on that ass. Like it's just one of those things.
Yes.
Which is what Clark did. I was like, all right, Clark, calm down.
Oh man.
He was not playing that day.
No.
I was like, oh God.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same when he's a DM. It's the same. Don't worry.
No, it's not. I always want my
I believe it. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Clark. Listen, I love you. I'm so glad you brought me on here. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Because you have that trust me grin. Nah. Mm-mm. No, thank you.
No, they've come close. The closest they've come to a TPK is like 1 player down, maybe 2 on death's door.
Okay.
So like out of 5 players, sometimes 4, like that's not really that close to a TPK.
It's close
but
enough.
like you don't want easy combat. Like nobody really wants easy combat because like it's too forgettable, especially for like
it depends for me, but you know.
Well, not for like a boss encounter type combat, not like final boss, but like an underboss or like somebody that's with a name, like a named NPC.
And maybe this is for me. Maybe I feel differently about it, but like anytime that a TPK has happened, which has only been like, technically once, but it almost happened twice. It was used as like a weapon against the players, not the characters, if that makes sense. It was like
your warning.
It wasn't even that. It was like I had this plan, you effed up my plan. Now I'm gonna come back around and y'all are fucked because I'm mad you messed up my thing. And so
I haven't done that.
Well, I would hope not. That's a really shitty way to handle a game, in my opinion.
No.
We've definitely ruined his plan sometimes, and I will say he has.
And there's nothing wrong with being upset about your plans getting ruined, but when you decide to come back around and like make your players miserable as a result, that's when you lose me personally. Like.
No, anytime, I don't want to even say ruined my plans because like that's not even the words I would use. They've a few times outmaneuvered me and they've done something that I didn't even know was possible within the confines of the scenario I've given them.
Yes.
And there's been times where we've closed out like, oh yeah, great session, everybody, cool. See you guys like in like 2 weeks. And then I have to go rip pages out of my journal furiously. Just like, nope, that doesn't fucking apply anymore.
But like for me, I come from like this, fun fact for some people who don't know this about me is I managed an escape room for a chunk of change. Like I spent a good chunk of the time like learning how escape rooms work and like working through that, and then like eventually ending up like managing it. And so like I have like this puzzle set in my brain of being like, here is this puzzle, here are these parameters that you are given to solve this puzzle. Theoretically, you have like 70 different ways to solve this puzzle, but if you find a 71st way, that's on me for not planning for that 71, you know, like, and so it can be really fascinating sometimes, watching, like, you know, like I've gone through like proposals, I've gone through birthday parties, I've gone through friend breakups that happen in the middle of a game, like, and you just like really get to understand how you can say, okay, this puzzle is just as an example, just to be really simplistic here. It's an A, B, C, D, but you do A, C, B, D. And there are there's only like so many combinations with those 4 letters, but you'll watch people think and overthink and underthink so many different ways to get to that ACBD answer that it's just really fascinating.
It is.
And I'm definitely the kind of person that it's like, okay, well, it can't be ABCD. So how do we we input them? Is it like, do they each touch a corner? Like, how does this puzzle like truly shake out in the most simplistic way possible? Because like some people, like I said, they'll overthink it and they'll be like, oh, it's gotta be this. And it's like, no, why would you put it in ABCD order in the lock from the door that you just opened? Like that door does not do another thing. It's done. You finished that part. And so like that, I see a lot of that in TTRPGs too, where like some people like overthink puzzles and underthink puzzles, and like it really is just like, here's this thing, and if you get outmaneuvered, it's not like it's a slight on you. It's not like your puzzle was bad or like you were, like they did it to spite you. It's just you gave them an obstacle and they did their best to overcome it.
No, it was honestly a way, because it was during the finale too. Mm-hmm. So it was a way, honestly, it was a way better ending than I think I could have came up with on my own.
Okay.
Like, genuinely, it's not something that I thought another player would even want. Because so with our game, there's like pretty much the entire story premise of our game is that they're traveling through astral space. It's literally it's called Astral Odyssey for a reason. It's an Odyssey story.
It's Odyssey.
So pretty much they're traveling through astral space. They pretty much they got into this war on this planet. They were on their way back from this war on the planet. That's like kind of where the story starts. It's a journey back. They got caught up and swept up into this like these roving space whales that kind of made them crash land on a different planet. And they pretty much found that there was this god that people had forgotten his name. And this god was actually my version of like the god of astral space, which I made kind of like kid-like, because in my head, like that's the only thing that's capable of creating something so creative and vastly expansive as astral space. It has to come from the mind of a child or somebody with a childlike mind. So pretty much he got tricked into splitting himself into different versions of himself that pretty much take on his personalities.
Okay.
And when that happened, that weakened him, and then they were able to kind of like make the world forget about him in a sense.
Interesting.
Because as the pieces were isolated in different parts of astral space, they kind of stored them away until people forgot about them because he was more weakened. So their goal is to help him connect back to all of the other pieces. That's what took them to the whole underground cyberpunk city thing.
Got it. Okay.
So one of the characters is connected, like, kind of like to this god in a sense. Like they are now like kind of like one and the same. He's the avatar of this god. It kind of serves as almost like a spiritual guide in a sense. And the first one that they went to go capture was Anger. So Anger throughout this entire story arc has really been fucking the party shit up.
Yep.
And it was to the point where the influence of Anger was so powerful and so potent that it almost turned one of the player characters almost into this Hulk-like monster.
Damn. Okay.
That almost like ended up fighting the party, but they had to like kind of like extract this like pretty much evil godlike entity out of him in order to kind of return him back to normal. So everyone was almost in agreement in the sense of like, this thing's really bad. It's only controllable once it's connected to the main body of the god. So that was their goal this entire time. But when they got to the boss fight, due to a couple of character blunders, is the part I could say. The fight became a lot more harder than it was ever intended to be.
For certain individuals.
For certain individuals, it got really hard really fast. And it became it wasn't an unwinnable scenario. It never was that. But they were worried that they wouldn't be able to accomplish the goal. So one of the players did the thing that I didn't think about, which was, hey, I'm going to make a pact with the anger version of this god, who we've already seen overtake another person and pretty much turn them fully fucking rage monster evil. But they were willing to take that chance because they thought that combat was going in a really bad direction. So it was kind of like a Hail Mary. So when that happened, like in that moment, you can't see it on my face, but I'm having a fucking panic attack.
Yeah, I bet.
What the fuck do I do? Like, what do I do? And like, I already had made some stuff, like kind of like flavored homebrew stuff for when the main body attached for the person that had the god attached, because he would get like an ability, because everybody kind of has their own side goal and their own side tracker in the campaign. So when that happened, I was like, well, all these pages are fucking gone. All these pages are gone. And then the way the story ended, it was so good. And like, it kind of tied everything better than I could have hoped that it would have ended. And after the session, I texted him and I was like, hey man, that was a really good finale. You have completely fucked my story. Still love you. But I have to rewrite everything.
Everything.
It changed the dynamic of the story drastically, because if he didn't do it, the other character, if he didn't do it, I was right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was
and it's all just because like two of the player characters kind of made pretty bad mistakes in combat really early on. Like one of them got trapped in a cage and couldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one of them got trapped in like a force cage, and the other one got hit with power word stun. And him being a paladin, with that being the main save that he's good at, could not roll above a 5. He couldn't do it. He could not roll above a 5. Mm-hmm. And it just kept failing over and over and over. But they ended up getting through it. It was a really good season finale, but like, it was one of those moments where I'm like, I gotta throw all this away.
Yep. Gotta eat it. Yep. I get it.
It works.
Until we go back into the story. until season 2. Because now that kind of put a target on all of the other versions of that god, because now everybody's going to be like, oh, can I have one? Mm-hmm. Can I? And now they're just Power Rangers.
Like, now we're Power Rangers.
Gorgeous.
For real.
Gorgeous.
Or Green Lanterns. Green Lanterns works too.
That also does work. Yeah.
Lanterns.
Mm-hmm. Very much that one's kind of like red or black, depending how chaotic he feels that day.
Oh dang. We like that. We
do. So one of my favorite questions, and we always save it for the final question, is what is something that you wish people would ask you about more? It
baseball.
Could be baseball.
I'm a huge baseball fan, and the majority of the people that I know are just super like, baseball's boring, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just walk away.
I'm gonna just do this right here.
Oh, okay.
I don't have my Orioles hat.
I'm just gonna lean. But yeah, so baseball is a big passion of mine. I would have also potentially said wrestling is but a lot more people I think known or like care about
there's
wrestling.
A community for that.
And there is for baseball too. It's just like people just like there's like next to no crossover between those two worlds, like TTRPGs and baseball. Like there are some, but like it's just not really a thing. So like and I've never been a person that's like, I'm gonna force people to love baseball, but like I don't know. I'm also the fucking nerd that goes to a baseball game and like is watching, and I'm like, okay, it's a 3-2 count. He's gonna throw a slider low and away. Like I'm saying all this to myself, and my wife's like, come take a photo with me, and I'm like stop it. It's the fifth inning. I gotta see this. Yeah, when we first got together, I'm sure she thought I was insufferable to a degree, because like she was going to baseball games to like have a fun time and like take photos, and like the game is there, but like she didn't really care that much about it. And I was like, every pitch, I'm just like, what's gonna happen?
And it.
Oh, this umpire that was an inch off the plate, like, and she's like, what does that mean? You know, like, but yeah, I'm a big baseball fan, and I could talk about it a lot. But if you want, because there's just so many different like nuances and stuff in it.
Let it flow.
That's why we asked the question.
There's a YouTube channel called Baseball Doesn't Exist. And I highly recommend it for anybody who is like mildly interested in baseball, because there are like career retrospectives on players. There's just like conversations, and like it gets pretty like nerdy in terms of like numbers and stuff, but also like it's just like
statistics and
but it's also just like Zach Greinke, the weirdest fucking baseball player, you know. And it just talks about like how Zach Greinke almost quit baseball to go be a garbage man because the pressure was too much for him from a social perspective. He loved the game, but it was like having to talk to reporters and like talk to people about like what he's doing and doing interviews and stuff like that. He's like, I will literally quit this and go be a garbage man.
Jeez.
And it was like, he's like at one point was like the greatest pitcher on the planet. You know what I mean? And like he was about to quit off of that. Or like about how like Max Scherzer is kind of like, I'm going to say this real quietly in case he hears it, kind of a crazy person. Like how he's like cussing out he's cussing out opposing batters, and they're just like, my guy, you're throwing a ball 98 miles an hour in my general vicinity. What more anger do you need?
Dang. Yeah.
Or just like how like teams that can spend like almost $500 million and still oh yeah, I am ooh. I know you feel how I feel, considering we were both in the NL Central. Mm-hmm. Too much fucking money in this baseball game, bro. Like too much.
It's getting ridiculous. Like the contracts are now getting closer and closer to that $1 billion range. And it's at this point they're like doubling what like LeBron is making in like a 5-year contract for like 2. It is absolutely insane.
Oh man. So what I have to ask this, because it's not my team, but I love this player. How do you feel about De La Cruz?
I think he's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the only players that I do not like are people that I'll say like I'll try and be gentle with this. Players that I know for sure support a certain person that should not be supported.
Yeah.
And Jesse Winker, that's his name. Fuck Jesse Winker forever. He played for the Reds and was good, especially against Milwaukee, and then he came here and was hot garbage and then talked shit about us and then went to the Mets. Fuck Jesse Winker forever. But that's kind of just like that's not like a personal hate. That's just a sports hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're allowed to.
I'm sure
you're allowed to.
Yeah. I'm sure he's a fine dad or whatever. Just like, but fuck Jesse Winker. But like, But like,
yes.
I like Shohei Ohtani fine. I think it's crazy that like he himself is making almost the entirety of the Pittsburgh Pirates payroll from last year, like by himself.
Well,
they'll say, "Oh, we're only paying him $2 million." Yeah, he's got 68 coming in a few years, bro. Like, you're not fooling anybody. You're paying him $70 million. Like, you're paying him $70 million. The Pirates' entire team is $84.4 million. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Who you telling?
Absolutely
Who
insane.
you telling?
And then
the
on top
motherfuckers
of
that are like, "Oh, baseball doesn't need a cap. Oh, you're just mad because bad." I'm like, you can't even name 5 players on your favorite team, which is clearly the Dodgers. Like, you didn't know who they were until 3 years ago, my guy. Get the fuck out my face.
Hey.
Those are the other people that kill me. The people that like jump in and they're like, "I like the Yankees." Why? I Googled that they have the most championships. Okay, well, find a better reason to like the team, my guy. Like, it's got Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Like, come up with a better reason. They exist. It's incredibly easy.
Oh man, that's dope.
I get it. With me, it was more of like a vicinity type thing because I'm an Orioles fan, but that's just because growing up in Maryland.
Pete Alonso, baby.
Of course. Of fucking course.
How thrilled were you? How thrilled? You had to have been thrilled.
So I think around the time that happened, I was still living in Japan. Okay. And when I saw the news, I was like super excited, but nobody else understood why. Because they were just like, "What's so fucking great about the Orioles?" I'm like, you just don't get it, man. You just don't get it. It's been a long couple of years.
Maryland is a different place.
Listen,
a very different place.
Listen, when I found out that he signed with the Orioles, I was like, "Let's fucking go!" He's in the American League, yes!
Oh man, jeez. Oh,
I was thrilled, especially because, like, I mean, y'all had Corbin Burns, which is one of my favorite pitchers. He was a former Brewer. I wish that he would have stuck with y'all. It is what it is. But I want to see some more of these teams that like don't get shine. Obviously, agree. I'm gonna be a big Brewers stan, et cetera, for obvious reasons. But like, I want, like, when the Rangers won the World Series, I was like, at least the Rangers won, bro. Like, they've never won a World Series before. Man. Like, or like before Houston won, I was like, at least Houston's good now, like it's kind of cool to see teams that like were dog shit 5-6 years ago like be really good now, And when I say 5-6 years ago, I mean like 5-6 years ago when they were good, you know what I mean? Like, because like the Astros when they were in the NL Central were bad. They were bad. They were like, "Oh, don't even go to an Astros Brewers game, bro. The Brewers are gonna whoop them. Like, it's just gonna be a destruction of the highest order." Stuff like that, And then I gotta say, like, it was a smart play on the Dodgers end, though, because like them getting all these players that are from Japan, you've effectively made you're making so much money because all of Japan are now Dodgers fans. Like they are like Absolutely. There's
the
so
airport,
much.
The airport, it's all Dodger shit. Like we went back to visit in 2024, and because we go back like every 2 or 3 years. Okay. But we went back and the entire Narita airport, which is like the biggest airport in like the Tokyo area, it's all Dodger shit. There is no other baseball team that exists in that airport. Like, it's all Dodgers merchandise. There's giant posters of Shohei Ohtani. It is ridiculous. He might as well be
huge brain move, because there's so much revenue now that's going to be coming from an entirely different country. Like,
they love baseball.
They love baseball. Yes. Listen,
that like soccer's a close second.
Bay Stars.
People
shout out to the Bay Stars.
Yes, people truly do not understand how big of a deal baseball is in Japan.
Like, they're also really fucking good.
They're real good.
They think they know. They have no idea how, like, motherfuckers will be like, time to clock off, and we're going directly to the stadium. We're not changing clothes. Fuck that. Dude, we are in suits and everything in the baseball stadium, chanting and clapping. Like
on a Saturday, like getting on the train. That's all you see. You see all the fans of all the local teams, all the kids going to play, all their families with them. Like it is a whole thing. Like
I believe it.
Oh man.
We would catch the train back after, like, because it's what everybody did when we all like got to Tokyo. Like the first year in Tokyo, you normally in that area, the first year you just spent it just catching that like 5 a.m. morning train on the way back on Sunday morning after Saturday, and
amazing.
Like you catch the 5 a.m. one, and then if you didn't catch the 5 a.m. one, you'd catch like the 7. And like you would just see on the train all these like armies of kids in baseball uniforms on Sunday mornings. Like it is a thing over there. They love baseball.
It's a different world. It is a completely different world, and baseball is the shining star. So.
And then soccer too. Going to a soccer game.
I believe
I think it's
too,
like I can't remember what the name of the Yokohama team is, but it's like I have no idea what the chants are. They're all in Japanese, but it's a great fucking time. It is the best time.
Gotta go and experience it. For sure.
If you haven't been, book a trip.
I want to go to Japan so badly. It's just I need to figure it out.
The ticket's the worst part about it. The plane ticket, worst part about it. Everything else, completely reasonable.
For me, it's and I know that, and I agree with you. It's just like finding the situation where I would be able to say, all right, I'm gonna be going for 3+ weeks because I'm not going to Japan for a fucking week. Hell no.
No.
I will be over there much longer.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, me and Al were there for years because we were both in the military in Japan. So it was a little bit different of a scenario.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most voluntary thing.
Was not. But
no.
We survived.
But definitely defining like moment for both of us for sure.
Hence how this is happening.
Also, he tried to kill me on 2 different occasions.
Damn.
Whoa.
Alcohol poisoning on 2 different occasions.
I wouldn't say that. It wasn't.
Not actual alcohol poisoning, but like I can count the number of times I've thrown up in my life. Half of them involve this motherfucker on the screen.
I'm just gonna say this.
When you show up to my ass out of this,
you show up to my birthday party on my birthday, and you hop out of the elevator, and you know, because since it's your birthday, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna bring my own personal bottle, and you just bring.
Who does that? Who brings their own personal bottle on their birthday?
Well,
No.
Some people. I don't drink, so that's foreign to me. But I know some people.
Well, we did. So I did that, and as I stepped out of the elevator, guess what? My cousin and Clark step out of the other elevators, and we're just like, oh, okay. And guess what? We all have the same bottle in our hands.
That's comedy.
The Spider-Man meme.
That's comedy.
Did we finish all 3 bottles? Yep. Did we drink some more after that? Yep.
Did
I force him to drink more after that? Nope.
Yeah.
Did he anyway? The world may never know.
The kind train station attendants would say otherwise.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It was a great time though. Japan.
But
is
it was
great.
like, because it's funny because like me and Al aren't the smallest people. Like we're both like 6 foot plus.
Okay.
So like whenever we're walking around in Japan, like we're looking at the tops of heads. It just is what it is.
Just tied you in. All right, I see. Y'all.
Yes, exactly. Super
so
kaiju.
his cousin also is about our height, and then we're the only black people for about a mile. So, like, the likelihood of the only 3 black people bringing a bottle of Hennessy to the same place at the same time is a fucking interstellar level goddamn space-time conundrum.
Who was thinking this? Who planned this? We didn't plan it. It was
no.
All
I was like, it's his birthday. He shouldn't have to shouldn't have to pay for his own drinks. I'll bring something. And then
he had the same thought.
Everybody had the same thought.
The exact same thought at that.
That's comedy.
It was great though. Japan is a good time. Go. Find the time to go.
I do want to go. I think it will happen sooner than I was anticipating, but I still need to. Yeah, I still need. There's things that gotta happen before I can make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yep. Hey man,
if you do plan on going, just shoot me or Al a DM. We'll make you an itinerary. We've been everywhere.
Bet I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
For sure. So we want to make sure that you have all of the time to plug all of the things. Tell the people where to find you, where you're going to be, if you got any streams upcoming, if you have any projects that you're working on. If you have anything theatrically going on, maybe somebody can see you at a play. The floor is yours as much time as you want or need.
Okay, you got it. I will be brief with it though. That's just who I am, or at least I try to be. If you are local, if you're in the Midwest, First Stage Children's Theater, Peter Pan and Wendy runs through March 22nd, I believe, or the 23rd. Let me just double check that so that I get it correct. It was the 22nd. That runs through 22nd. Don't come for me specifically because you will be disappointed. I am in the show a lot, but you will not know it. I'll just put it that way without spoiling anything. I'm in the almost the entirety of the show, but I am obscured. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
So there's that. So if you're in the Midwest, just check out firststage.org. That's how you can find me. There also check out if you're in the Midwest, check out Tabletop Bookshelf. That is a lovely repository of TTRPGs that is local to Wisconsin, but he buys TTRPGs from all over the place, and he's buying them from the producers or the game developers themselves. So you're directly benefiting these game makers by buying from Tabletop Bookshelf if you're not buying from them directly. And then there's a brick and mortar store that will be opening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that's why I am pressing that. Feywild and Out. It's Feywild, like the Feywild, ANDOUT. Most places. I don't think we post much on TikTok anymore for obvious reasons. But we still post when we are live on there and stuff. So check out Mass Effect Mirage. Diadems and Lace is going to be starting to release soon. That is our Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. That is all sex workers, and I'm producing, so you won't hear me. But definitely check that out because we're very, very proud of that. There's a Power Rangers game that may or may not still happen that I'm GMing, which is like and it's set in Africa, so that's interesting. We are hoping to have guests on Mass Effect Mirage and possibly also this unnamed Power Rangers adventure, but that's, again, we'll see. Because
I volunteer.
I'll do my best to get to everybody because people been asking for sure.
Oh, there's got to be a line.
He got a list.
There's got to be
a list. There's definitely a list.
And I like I said earlier, I don't really do a lot of GMing, so I'm terrified that it's not going to turn out the way that I want it to. Because I don't know if y'all have touched the Power Rangers TTRPG, like the official one, the system that they use. It's the Essence 20 system. I'll just say I'm not the biggest fan of it, but and leave it at that. It is a little. It's a little overly clunky in my opinion, but
yeah.
I don't want anyone to feel bad. So, we're definitely going to be using it, but we'll see how things go in the future. And then for me, at ABlackSparrow, I really don't post that much, mostly because I've been in rehearsals, and also I'm the kind of person that like I typically don't know what the fuck to say on social media because I'm like I don't know. I guess I just need to get my ego up a little bit to feel like, oh, I can say this because I'm important. I just tend to shut the fuck up and react to shit generally. But at ablacksparrow.com on Blue Sky, that's probably there, and Instagram are where I'm the most active. So you can find me there. If you're at C2E2 in Chicago at the end of March, you'll find me there. Gen Con, I'll be at Gen Con even though I'm mad about it. And then PAX Unplugged. I got a dog. I got a real bad hotel slot this year.
Oh no!
So I am 30 minutes by car from the convention.
That's gonna suck.
Yes, sir. It sure will.
Because catching a cab back and forth is gonna be a nightmare around the convention center.
So I drive. Fortunately,
okay.
But like,
even still,
yeah. I'm, and I got spoiled last year because I was a 5-minute walk away. So I was man. I'm gonna walk. I can walk to Whole Foods. I'm gonna get some fruit, chill out there. Then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do this, and then I'll go back onto the floor. I can just I'll leave my stuff. Now I'm like, oh, I gotta put all this stuff that I want to have the entire day in my car because I'm not gonna get in my car, drive 30 minutes to the hotel, get it, drive 30 minutes back to the convention center. Like, nah, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll be at those conventions. So feel free to stop by, say hi. I feel like I'm a pretty personable person. So if you just say, hey, I saw your interview with Sam, or I saw your interview with Chillin in the Party, or like, I know you from this game or whatever, I'm happy to talk to you and say hi.
Super nice human.
I try to be.
Say hi.
I try to be, but
say hi.
Not because not like I try to be, but motherfuckers be trying me. No, I just try to be kind because like that is what keeps me in the space, is that like there are so many kind people. So like I'll shout out a bunch of them. April Hill used to go by like Stiletto Assassin, but now April Nicole Hill, Click Clack Snack, Jade Valkyrie, Pond Plays, George W. Ambush, Utahime Cosplay, and her brand new husband, Andrew J. Alandi.
Hey, congratulations.
By the time of this recording, they've recently been married. I was so sad that I missed that wedding for the show, but I had no choice. Just, you know, and the lovely people here chilling in the party, lovely people, Storyteller Squad, you've got Roll D5, you've got Magi RPG, you know, all the people there. Like, I'm just starting to say places because if I say names, we will be here literally for hours. My friend It's Tenny, Rosie Knuckles, there's so many people that I like. Just their kindness and their willingness to just be a friend to somebody who like is in some places on the other side of the world from some of these people is just like unmatched. And like, that's what makes me want to go to those conventions, not because it's like cool to be at Gen Con, but because it's like, I get to see these people like that I've idolized and befriended and stuff, you know, on the internet. And they're just as nice in person as they are online. So shout out to all of those people. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. I did not mean to. You're all fantastic. I can't say enough nice things about the people that I know in the TTRPG community. So if I know you, you have been shouted out.
You got the nod.
Yeah. Obviously, like classic Sam. I want to say Sam and like, you know, Smoke Glue Guns. Like I'll throw those names in there too. 100%. I want them to feel any type of way about anything, you know, but like I said,
Sam
I could keep going.
So much love on this show.
And it's fucking deserved.
It is deserved. She is covered. She is good. we love Sam over here.
Working hard always. Crazy. So
that is my full rundown.
Absolutely. That is awesome. All of his links will be down below, along with any additional links that he gives me. Sorry, getting over a cold. But you can find us here with more episodes of Party Invite. God, every time we do these, it is such a really fun experience to get to know some of our favorite creators. And just sit down and have a conversation wherever it might go. That's why we don't really do show notes for them either. And like, everyone is completely different than we expect it to be. And it's a little gift. It's a gift for us because we get to sit down with our favorite people on the internet. It's also a gift for the audience because they also get to know a little bit more about the people that they already enjoy. And if not, they get to find somebody that they love now. So
there it is.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it.
You can find us here with Chillin' in the Party for more gaming and anime stuff. You can find us here for interviews for Party Invite. You can find TTRPG stuff with Dungeons and Do-Rags. And then you can also find us every Sunday hereafter over on Get Rex channel, where I will be DMing their next campaign. And Al will also be a player in it, along with Chance, because I couldn't not bring my people with me.
You know.
Have to. Everywhere I go, we roll deep.
Got to. It's a great time.
It's a great time. It should be really fun. That's actually starting this Sunday. I'm definitely not having an internal panic attack about it. Super confident, outwardly projecting it. Yes. Yes.
Fake it till you make it, though.
Fake it till took the words out of my mouth.